Hello. It's windy, so this might move a little. I hope not. Brought some stuff out again, of course. You know, I got to thinking, how much difference in size? I could probably do a gingerbread prints cover on one of these boxes next time and not go insane because I just cannot figure out how to do these covers right. Anyway, but I am working on it. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna use it, and it's off. I think, I don't know. I measured it, so I don't know what happened. But anyway, you know me and my journal covers, so I mean we don't need to say a lot about that, do we? Okay, that's just my idea bag in case I get an idea. I had stencils in there for coffee dyeing. Yeah, let me put those back in. Did a bunch of coffee dyeing, or some coffee dyeing yesterday. Can't say I did a bunch, but ooh, you should smell it. I used instant coffee and I think I made it too strong. It was dark. Like, you'll see when I get to showing you some stuff. But I put a couple doilies in there, so we've got those that are coffee dyed. And, you know, they might have a pattern from something else on it, or, you know, whatever. Just layered them in different places. Some envelopes. Different, you know how it all comes out different. I had little patterns here and there from some of the stencils and from the doilies. Not much, but some. You can barely see it there. And there a little bit. I just thought, what the heck, why not play a little bit? Yeah, it's not real dark, but it's cute. You can see it a little bit. Just a little bit. I know that's crinkly. I need to flatten these now. Put them over there. Wow, that is loud. That gets real crinkly. Brr. A little chilly out here today. It's still windy. I don't think I'll ever quit blowing up here. All right. Oh, hello. Did some index cards. I don't know if any of these have patterns or not. Slight. Just, you know, wherever something else was sitting. I mean, that's what I love about it. You just never know what you're going to end up with. Every time's different. And then how I do it is the lazy way. I put everything on a big cookie sheet, layer it with coffee and paper and coffee, this and that and coffee. Just keep layering it in the cookie sheet. I let it sit for about half an hour, drain the coffee out, let it stay on the sheet. All the papers, you know, I just tip it so the coffee drains out and kind of squish it, make sure I can get as much as I can out. And then I sit the whole tray in a sunny spot. That's all I do. And I let, you know, the sun and time do its work. Got a little bit of pattern. Oh, neat. Cute. Looks like a little pocket outline, doesn't it? Oh, you just never know what you're going to get. And this is the first time I've ever put doilies or anything in there. Look. Oh, I love those. Cool. It's neat. It's got both. Little coffee dyed collage there. Doily and something over it. Just saying. Cool. I'm gonna do some more of this today when I go back in. I've still got, you know, I want to do more of everything. This was just something to get me going. This will last me a bit. But I didn't do enough of these papers. I need to do more of those. And differently, you'll see why. They're very, I don't know. I don't know if I want to use them as a journal page or not. I guess I could, or I could just cut them. I'll show you these first. There's just a few. Ooh, still damp. Yeah. No, it is what it is. Some of that, look how dark that got. Look at that. It's almost black. And you'll see on some of these pages coming up that it's a thing. Ooh, still damp. Smells like coffee out here. Oh, neat. You can always cut those in half and use them whatever, you know. Or bind it. Oh, look, there's like a big pocket run across there. Bind it in, you know. I mean, why not? This is my favorite size paper to coffee dye for journals because, you know, it's like 13 inches long or whatever. So when you fold it in half, look at that size you got. How long is this? Yeah, 13. What, 9 by 13? 8.5 by 13. Interesting. Okay. Oh yeah. So, you know, 6.5 inches roughly by 8.5. That's a good journal size. Look at that. Ooh, I could just bind these in right now to something. Oh, you guys. Stop, Tina, stop. I got another project to finish first. Stop it. Stop thinking. I just love it. You just never know what you're going to get. Look at that. I laid the paper in the cookie sheet this way, so this part I had to fold over to get it to fit in the cookie sheet. So when it got double coffee, you know what I mean? It got all these edges got the same. And I'm like, okay, I can't put them that direction anymore. I gotta start putting them the long way so they look like that. Right? This is still cool. I'm not mad at this. Oh, it's chilly out here. I'm not mad at it. These look cool in a journal. Wow, talk about grungy. But yeah, I do it in a cookie sheet and then I just drain it and let it sit. No fuss, no muss. It just sits there. I don't take it out. I don't, you know, if you, in the sun, it really is the best way. Moving air doesn't really do it very much because it was windy yesterday and I had it by the window, but there wasn't any sun in that window. I thought, well, the wind should help dry it. It didn't. But once sun was starting to hit it, then I'm like, oh, there we go. Then I could see it starting, you know, and then it started drying pretty quickly. And, you know, these little cards are usually the fastest. So I just kept, so as things dry, I take them off. I might lay them to the side, let them dry a little more or something. And then, you know, it reveals what's underneath, and I just keep doing that, and things just keep drying. The sun does it pretty quick, too. It's pretty cool. So, yeah. So I got a bunch of these, I guess. Well, not a bunch, but how many do I have? I got enough for a journal. I gotta stop thinking about it. 1, 2, 14 pages. If you wanted to do a long skinny, you'd have even more if you just, you know, cut these right. More of a traveler's journal size, or whatever that size is. I don't know. Why are traveler's journals long and skinny? Why aren't they just whatever size? I mean, traditionally, aren't they long and skinny, like a Hobonichi planner or whatever the heck you call those things? Aren't they? I don't know. Anyway. Okay. My favorite to coffee dye always. And, you know, these are turned out however, and look at that. Look how cutie. I love it. Ah. And then some I turned over so the back got done. It bleeds through, though. That is so cool. I didn't realize it would bleed through like that. Nice. Aww. And look, up here, down here, it didn't get any other cotton just because of the stencil. Isn't that neat? I just laid them in there and put the paper down, put the stencil on it, and dumped the coffee, put another piece of paper, kept going. That's all I did. Yeah. That was the stencil, edge of the stencil board of the card. Oh, does it smell like coffee in here? Oh, when you see this video, it might be slightly delayed because our Starlink's down again. Yeah, I was on the phone this morning with them, threatening, like, going elsewhere, because I'm sick of their crap. We've barely had it up, just barely over a month. They sent us a refurbished unit, and I had to get on them this morning about that, because the refurbished unit that they sent, we couldn't even plug it in because whoever refurbished it effed it up, and we had to move a little piece of plastic in order to plug it in. Then it was fine. But I told him, I'm like, can you send us something new? Because even the refurbished unit, we had to deal with it in order to freaking use it. We had to fix it ourselves. So the refurbishers did not do a good job. And I said, if you can't send me a new unit and fix this today, then I'm going elsewhere. I'm done. I'm done. I said, I've already checked. I can get it at $108 a month with Frontier Internet up here. And it's cheaper than Starlink, which is our Starlink, by the way, is going up to $130 for residential. And when it works great. You know, when it's stormy, it'll be iffy, but that, you know, that's kind of, weather affects things, it does. And we get that. I don't, because normally it works great. It really does, when it's working. So I said, I don't want another refurbished piece of junk. I said, I'm an extremely unhappy customer. Because our friends got Starlink right before we did, like, you know, 4 years ago, whatever it was. Like the week before we did. And then we got it right after. Their unit, they still have the very same unit they ordered way back then. And have had zero issues with it. And I mean zero. Where we had to have ours replaced. And then now this replaced one has gone out after a month. And talking to them is stressful because they're out of the friggin' country somewhere. I'm telling you, the first time I talked to him, the guy and I went rounds over the phone because he was being disrespectful. He was being chauvinistic to me, and I will not tolerate that. I guess he was from somewhere where maybe women are less than or something, but I wasn't going to tolerate that. I told the boy, like, listen here, you're talking to an American. You better knock that off. I had to tell him that. I'm not even kidding. Oh, I'm a customer service snob, so you don't mess with me when it's customer service time. You don't. So, yeah, I did it for too many years to be, So anyway, yeah, and it's just been crap for us. It really has. Other than, you know, when it, like I said, when it's working, it works. When it doesn't, the customer service sucks because they're on a whole different time zone. And it's not 24/7 support. Not by any means. Because I called them yesterday morning at 10:15 a.m. I looked, and I didn't hear from them till like 2 a.m. Because they're off in another country somewhere, and they were sleeping when I emailed them. Or called them and started the ticket. But anyway, don't tell me you got 24/7 support when you do not. So I called him a liar on that. And then I did. I told him this morning, I'm like, I'm done with you all. I said, this is ridiculous. I said, you're trying to get me to get a picture of a serial number on a dish that you sent me. You should already have that information. I said, even your information on getting the, you know, if you have to send them information, they'll have a help thing that comes up and shows you where to find it, how to do it, blah, blah, blah. Well, that popped up and I read it. And it says, if you bought your dish from Starlink, you can skip this step. I'm like, oh, cool. And I told him that. So I said, your information is even wrong. Because it tells us that we don't have to do it. And you're trying to tell us that we do. It's just, why? Why can't they just do what they say? I don't get it. I mean, and isn't that like that everywhere now? Isn't everyone going through BS with customer service and trying to just get something that works? I know it's rampant. It's like COVID hit and then everything just went to shit, pretty much. As far as the workforce and all that kind of stuff, and service and quality of items. Okay, off the soapbox 10. Where's my thing? Where is it? Where'd I put it? There it is. Nope. I need to make one. Well, hey, will one of you make me one? Well, one of you just something really small and cute, cheap, needs nothing to mail it, hopefully. I'd even send you the $1 back or whatever. Will one of you make me a sign that says, "Shut up, Tina"? Joanne or Carrie or somebody? Any of you? Or like a card or something, even, you know, just mail me a little, even a plain, an ATC, or I don't care. As long as it says "Shut up, Tina," I would love it if one or more of you would just send me that. That would be so friggin' funny. All right, moving on. But isn't that cute? Those stencils, huh? Okay. And this, yeah, I mean, I talk about that and quality of things and customer service. Ugh. And then it's funny because when we get around you all and we're all in our community, it's always great quality and great customer service. Are we like aliens or something that somehow are different than everybody else? I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm just trying to figure it out. I haven't a clue. Not even. Yeah, and then some have no stencil and some have just weird different. Woo! Okay, here's the dark ones because they were on the top. You know, the top always gets the darkest on these. Oof, look at that. Talk about you want to do a coffee journal? Oh, I don't need coffee the rest of the day. I just sniffed it. Look at that. It looks like someone went to it with ink sprays and stuff, doesn't it? Wow. I love coffee dyeing. Oh, I'm going to go do some more this afternoon. I'll have to get on my Verizon hotspot to watch YouTube, but I doubt I'll be uploading any videos until we get the new system because I don't think that hotspot's going to work. I don't know how. Do any of you well, it won't matter by the time you see this video. I was going to ask if any of you upload using a hotspot, but well, maybe it will. But they say, you know, using Verizon hotspots is sporadic depending on where you're at, and we are rural. We're not in a city where the signal's always going to be amazing, you know. So this I'll talk about in a minute. Let's see. Whew. So yeah, I got all that coffee dyeing done. I hope I hope somebody makes me these signs. Make them as funny as you want. I mean, say whatever you want. I think that'd be so funny. Okay, my birthday is June 10th. If you want to send me a "Shut Up, Tina" sign for my birthday, that'd be amazing. Oh, see, I was all stressed out a little bit ago with them on the phone. I was nice to her, but I was stern. And now I'm just wanting to laugh. So mostly because it's finally dealt with and now I can relax and I don't have to keep thinking about it. You know how that goes. But I think it'd be so funny. Even if it's just one of you does it, I think it'd be the funniest thing ever. Or if you do printables and you want to do it on a printable, and that'd be free. You wouldn't have to pay to send me that or anything. That'd be fine too. I don't care. Shut up, Tina. Come on, make me a funny sign, please. I think as many as you want. I think it'd be hilarious if I got a bunch of them. All right, I'm gonna get off here for this video and figure out what I want to do next. I've got water. I really want another cup of coffee. And I think I'm gonna work more in the Wanderlust journal. But I'll tell you what. See, this is my problem. As soon as I held these in my hands, as soon as I folded them in half, I want to make a journal out of these so bad right now. Bind it, done. Cover it. Make a coffee journal. Oh my gosh. I've got to do this. I got to. This is an obligation I have. So, oh Tina, stop. I've got coffee ephemera right here. Literally. Okay, that was probably going to be next. First, I'm going to finish this other journal, though. So, I think so. I think so. Solid coffee-dyed pages. Maybe, oh, I could use Amazon packaging or anything for the cover. My goodness. Don't. This can't work. This can't work. These fit in here. Oh my gosh. Oh no. You guys. Where's my Folgers box? Hang on. I see one. It's gonna be way too big though. It won't really work. Wow, that'd be a wide one. I can't do that, obviously. Well, I could, but who wants a coffee journal that size, right? I don't know. Oh my goodness. I don't have a smaller coffee thing. But I don't have to. Like I said, I could use whatever and put that on it or whatever, right? So, oh, but yeah, I'm not going to ruin this. This has to be saved for a recipe journal because I plan to do one. I've got 2 of those boxes. I plan to do a journal with both. The length is just about there. That might just work. I could just trim the top. Try another one though, if I've got it. What do we have? We got a pierogi box. That's full of stuff. Let me see though. There we go. That's the closest. Whoops! The pierogi box, and I just moved around like a goofball and got stuff falling now. Do I have a pierogi box that's smashed? This has stuff in it. Alright, I don't see it. So, alright, empty out. You guys better not have a spider in there. That's all I'm saying. Just a little trimming. Barely. Oh my gosh. Coffee journal coming. If you want to reserve it. Okay. And then, I mean, this will probably be involved. I don't know yet. Somehow it will be. Maybe not on the cover, but inside somewhere for show. So I wonder if I can fit this paper in here. No. Not in that either. Okay. Just what I am doing. Now I'm excited about that. I can't get it out of my head. I'm serious. Squirrel. You know? That's me. Telling you. Goofy, goofy, goof. Ooh, I have to use this somewhere, won't we? Maybe on the cover. I have smaller doilies. I'm gonna take these in the house too, and I'll see what I can do with those. Because if I get a smaller one, then that would fit in that. All right. I'm gonna get off of here. Just a little coffee dye and some tea. Well, we talked coffee and tea, didn't we? Talked tea while we had coffee. All right. Talk tea about Starlink and customer service people. And how just nothing seems to work anymore. And then I asked you, I told myself to shut up, and then I asked you all to make me a funny sign, so I hope somebody does. That'd be so cool. All right, I'm gonna get off of here and I'm not gonna mess with that coffee stuff. I promise. I'm gonna work on this. So I'll be back in the next video. Thanks. Bye.